Hello, PC Smoker back again, and here's the housekeeping. I'm smoking a PBR 1878 Reserva Dominicana Capa Oscuro. Got from the pipe shop here in town. And just out with my midnight walk, and it's kind of fairly uneven because it was a little bit windy. Now that I'm back, it's getting to be a nice even burn. And it's quite mild, and I do like it a lot. Well, the time I'm doing this is New Year's Eve, which means of course tomorrow's the end of 2011. So I thought I might take a little chance to look back at 2011 and see what it was all about. So let's just take a look back at 2011 for a moment. Okay, now on to 2012. There are some things that I do want to do in 2012. One of them is I'm planning on taking a little road trip, and one of the stops will be in Pennsylvania, and one stop I'll make is over at Boswell's Pipes out of Chambersburg, and do a little stop there and see, how they make, see what pipes they have available, and just look around and see, well, if they might want to put a new stem on one of my pipes I have. Mine's a Bari pipe that's kind of a pearl-like stem, but kind of like that more, I'd like to make it a little bit longer. Kind of like this, a little bit bent, so it looks like an oopal, but a little bit longer, instead of being like a short, nose warmer. That's one stop I want to make, and another stop, probably a little bit further east, to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, not the West Bank. And that's where Cigars Internationals are at, and take a look around there. See what kind of goodies I can find. And if there's, and then maybe I'll make another side trip on the way back from Pennsylvania, or maybe if one of you guys out there would like me to stop by and say hi and smoke a bowl or two or whatever, and give me a PM and see what I can do about it. Because this is probably sometime around May, in between finals and when I take classes in June, so won't have much time to really enjoy myself. So, if you like me to stop on by, just PM me and see what we can do about it. Another thing I'd like to do is a little project I kind of have in mind, but of course I gotta find the time to do it, and probably will be this summer as well, and that is to make a pipe rack. Because the pipe racks I have right now aren't big enough to hold these bad boys here. My little Tinsky and my Boswell Rhodesian. because you can tell with Salmonelli 320, it's a lot smaller than these, and also the stem's a lot smaller here. So, if it's great in the pipe rack I have back here, but with these, there's no way, because they are too big to get in the holes and the rest and all that. So, one thing I want to try to do is build a pipe rack that's big enough to hold these bad boys here, plus some of the big Mario Grandes I have as well. So that way they'll have a place to stand instead of just being lying around where they are right now, gathering dust. So just kind of have more like that. And kind of keep it even, because like I have right now, pipes kind of all squished together. Kind of have these separate, so have more room around, and won't bother either pipe on either side of it. So that's what I like to do. And oh yes, and a little side note, to Cal, Smoke Rings Pipe Dream. He was wondering how I can get all these nice little softy bits on here, especially when there's a little too, well, especially when the stem is much bigger than the softy bit. The one thing I use is use my fingernail clippers, and I use the little handle right here to try and get the soft, put one bit of soft bit in and stretch out the other end as much as possible. It takes a long while, but try to stretch it out so the end can get covered up. So you get it covered at both ends, and you can squeeze it down to where you want to be. And of course, it's best to take the shank off as well, so when you break the stem. So that's one of the good things. So that's one of the things I want to do: build a pipe rack, and got Boswell's and Cigar International. And I think what Dan told me when I was calling for some more tobacco is that they can make a pipe rack for me. So I'll see what they can do. I mean, if they can do it or not. But I kind of like to do my own project, but of course, it's finding the time that's the problem. So let's see what happens. And of course, there might be a few stumbling blocks along the way. And one of them would be a job. Because I'm always one ride up away from being fired from whatever the cause is. I'm just one strike away from being fired. So when I went home the Saturday for Christmas Eve, a friend of mine told me that they were starting to hire new welders at his plant. So which means that the economy is picking up. So that's a good sign right there. But well, I haven't been welding for 10 years, but it's kind of like a bicycle. Once you know how to drive one, you can't forget. So I don't think it'd be much of a problem. But the problem is the distance. I mean, 55 miles up one way, 55 miles back another way for months and months and months until they say, "Oh, you're good enough," and then hopefully I can finally move back home, which is what I want to do very badly. So that might be something to keep in mind. And also, I do want to work as an EMT, But being a welder costs a little bit more money than an EMT. The EMT starts about $10. Welder maybe about $12, $13. So it just depends. Just have to wait and see what happens. So anyway, it's kind of like the highlights what I plan on doing for 2012. As for tomorrow night, oh yeah, hopefully there'll be enough left in. Hopefully there'll be enough left in here, so by the time I stop boozing up after midnight, this will be empty. I hope. And got a lot of cigars here, so I'll be able to party hard tomorrow night. So hopefully I'll be able to get a hangover. Now, speaking of hangovers, if you do get a hangover, there's 2 remedies for that, and one is drink lots of water, because that's what alcohol does. Is dry up all the water that's in your cells, especially up in your brain cells. It'll just dry it off, which causes the hangover. So drink lots of water, or some Gatorade, or something they call it Gatorade. That'll help. And if you're watching the ball drop from Times Square tomorrow night, keep in mind is that all the networks covering it, ABC, NBC, CNN, MTV, and maybe a few others, they're on a 6-second delay. So when they say 6, then it's the new year. Because when they finally say Happy New Year, it's already 6 seconds old. So that's something to think about. Also, I don't know if some of our overseas viewers or presenters might want to do this, but I don't know, like with Harvey and Soul, and our friends down in New Zealand, and Dragon Pipe in South Africa, and probably Tim and Colin over in England. If they would like to venture out before midnight and take the cameras with them and view what goes on there, because usually when CNN covers it here, it's probably about 5 seconds long. So if you guys would want to do it, go out to town and photograph and just take pictures of what they do. Do they drop a ball or a lemon or whatever? How does Seoul, South Africa, Christchurch, Auckland, how they ring in the new year. So maybe some of you guys might want to do that. As for me, well, I'll just ring in the new year, and then about 15 minutes later, here it is. All that stuff here comes down. And after that, then I go to bed and hopefully wake up. Hopefully wake up in time so I go to work with a hangover. So anyway, that's my plans for tomorrow night and for 2012. So hopefully, if some of you might want to really overdo it like I do, just stay home. No need to go outside and get arrested for public intoxication, which the police will do, and of course drinking and driving as well. So just stay home. If you want to get drunk, stay home. There's something to watch on TV. If not, you can always rent a DVD, play that, and float. And for my Christmas video card that I did last week. I hope you all enjoyed it. It took about a couple hours to do, but I'm kind of glad I did it. So, next time you'll see me will be on January 1, 2012. So, in whatever condition I'll be in. So, we'll see what happens. So, until then, keep the home briars burning, and as well as cigars, and we'll see you later. Bye.